How y'all doing? I only need 5 minutes. That's it. As some of y'all been to prison, county jail, detention center, all that. Some of y'all have been all them places. Me, myself, I did 17 years in partial. They gave me 6 natural life sentences, plus 65 years. I know a lot of y'all like, huh? And you talking to me? Yes. Because it's a God above. It's nothing I done. Nothing I done. Only thing I did was my part. He said, get in the law library, learn law, and get yourself out of prison. But it took me 17 years to complete that mission. I had 82 charges. They convict me of 32 charges. And I was 17 years of age. When I went to Parchment, I had already heard all the stories. Man, you gotta go in, you gotta find the person that's selling the knives. You gotta get you 2 of them. Because they ain't gonna play with you in there. Okay. You gotta get your weight up. They gonna take you. When I say take you, I mean, I ain't gonna say it. We got we got ladies and little gentlemen out here. So
they know what you're talking about.
They gonna take you. So, okay. So I got my weight up. Got my weight up. When I'm 17. I'm 17. I'm supposed to be in a juvenile detention somewhere. They got me in Parchment. It's guys in here that's been in here 20, 30, 40 years. This my first day on the block. I was tried my first day on the block. I got sent to the hole. I did a year and 2 weeks on lockdown. I came out my cell twice. In that 1 year and 2 weeks, I came out my cell twice. Now, a lot of y'all young men, I done been there. I done had them size shoes on before. You ain't the only one gonna wear that size. But I went on to do something that my mama told me not to. You know how she tell you, hey, get up and go in there. Whatever she tell you to do, you know how you don't want to do it? One day it's gonna pile up on you. One day you're gonna regret it. One day you're gonna be sitting in the cell if you don't catch yourself now. Man, where did I go wrong? With 6 natural life sentences in 65 years, what is a 17-year-old child supposed to do with all that? And I still couldn't get the grips of it. So guess what? I was in an organization. I was that before I went in. I went in after being in 5 to 7 years. I caught 2 more murders. I went to court. They gave me 45 years. That's to go with what I already had. But now, I didn't go in with nothing. I was a Golden Glove boxer before I went to prison. Before I went to prison, I was a Golden Glove boxer. I could have been on the big screen, knocking anybody out that I could have knocked out. But I chose to pick up a gun. And I chose to kick a door. And I chose to go in somebody's house. And I chose to take 3 lives on the process of doing it. That's what got me jammed up. To go along with the other charges that I had. Now, I'm not up here bragging, I'm not up here boasting, but I'm talking to the youth. Talk to some of these guys that have been down their road. They'll tell you if you want to go there or not. They'll tell you how I feel. I done sold dope. I done did everything that you can name. I done did it all. They'll tell you if you want to go down their road. If you feel like you tough, if you feel like you can't listen, if you feel like you can't get it together, they got somewhere where you can get it together. They got a roster that they'll put your name on. And they got a bump that they'll lay your body on. So if you don't want to get it together, they got ways to make you get it together. If you think I'm lying, ask me. It took me 17 years to realize that. But I went to the law library. I didn't waste my time. I redid my motion discovery, my habeas corpus. I did all of my own legal work. Got my documents signed. 17 years later, they said, you're a free man. But I had to walk that road because of the choices that I made. I'm going to give you, my man, 3 things, ladies, that you can take with you. Problem solving, critical thinking. Can anybody tell me what's the third one? I gave you problem solving. I gave you critical thinking. Can anybody give me the third one? Decision making. It's going to follow you for the rest of your life, good or bad.
Yes, sir.
Now, you could think it's a joke. You could laugh, smile. You could play when somebody trying to tell you something. You could do all that. But if you don't grab those 3 things early on in life, you might not have a life to grab. Keep that in mind. 6 natural life sentences plus 65 years added with 45 more years. At the age of 17 years, that's what I was doing. That's what I was doing. But see, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. God had something else for me. He had something else in store. He had something else planned. He said, I know the thoughts that I have towards you. I know the plans, thoughts of peace, to prosper you, not to destroy you, but to give you an expected end, a hope and a future. God want to give you a future, young man, young lady. God want to give you a future, but you got to want it. See, I could walk up on you right now and hand you a pair of shoes, but unless you take them, it's just a gift. You got to take it. No lie. My whole family been to prison. I came up in the prison system. And not only that, 3 different occasions I laid on the slab, dead, lifeless. 3 different occasions I was stabbed down. Well, 2 I was stabbed down. The first one, when I pulled the heist on the street and was shot in the process of the robbery in the chest, I died then. But it wasn't over. God was not ready for me. But then I would go on to the prison system in an organization. So if you decide to choose an organization, I'm going to tell you this right here. You better know what you're doing. Because the same guys that I laid my life on the line for, when it came to my life, they fled like cowards. They watched 8 men stab me down. But I had God on my side. I walked off the zone, but I died in the hallway. They brought me back. That's the second time. The third time, the same thing. My organization members, they caught their bunks and watched me get stabbed down. But see, in all of that, I had somebody that was more powerful than any organization in the world. And that was God Almighty. That was God Almighty. Each of those 3 times that I woke up and I came back, I had another sense of life growing on the inside of me. I no longer had the desire to be in an organization. I was holding on to it. The desire for it was gone long ago. But see, if you think you're winning, if you think you know more than your parents, if you think you know more than the person that done walked in those Air Max or those Nikes or those Jordans, you don't know more than them. See, you trying to get where they done already been. But don't do what they done already done, though. And I'm here to tell you, it gets you nowhere. You'll get nowhere like that. Remember, 6 natural life sentences plus 65 years. What can you do with that? That's your whole life overtime. That's your whole life overtime. Problem solving, decision making, and critical thinking. You got to know how to think under pressure. Don't ever accept peer pressure, because you're going to always make the wrong decisions. If you know it ain't right, then it ain't right. Get away from it. The road to destruction is wider than you can see. And there's a whole lot of people you're going to see going down that road. But that road that leads to life is so small that you barely got 1-2 people that you may see here and there. The time coming where you're going to have to make those critical decisions. The time is coming where you're going to have to be your own man. You're going to have to be your own young lady. See, you ain't sitting nowhere where ain't nobody sat before. But don't let the streets take you where you don't want to go. Don't let them keep you longer than you want to stay. You got to start now. Your parents can do all that they can do for you. The decision is up to you to listen, to pay attention, because they got places for women as well. Yeah, they got places for women as well. Some doing the rest of their life because they decided to get into the wrong relationship. And somebody in return lost their life behind it. Or they decided to get into the wrong car with the wrong group of girls. And they paying for it with their lives. With their own blood, they're paying for it. Jesus paid the price with his blood. Why you want to shed your blood for it? He done already paid the price. But it took me to get 17 years, to die 3 times, to get 6 natural life sentences plus 65 to realize that the only thing I need is God. The friends I thought I had, where were they? The family I thought I had, where were they? The woman I had been chasing up behind all them years, where she was. She was out to the next man with 2 feet. She ain't care. Oh, he gone. He ain't never getting out. I can go play. So be careful. You're going to need that guidance, young ladies. Young men, y'all going to need that guidance. Everybody that talk to you ain't out to get you. You got to listen to something somewhere. At some point of time in your life, you got to open up your eyes and realize ain't nothing funny. Ain't nobody playing. If you think it's a game, take a look on this road right here. You think it's a game, think about all the other people that you done heard or seen on the news that ain't sitting where you sitting at. If you think it's a game. If you think life is something to be played with. If you think God is something to be played with. You just keep on living. You keep on living. Keep on living. I heard that saying when I was early on in life. If you think you won't, then you just keep on living. Guess what? It's true. I kept living and I found out that it was true. Ain't no organization powerful than God. Ain't no street game powerful than God. Ain't no family or friend stronger than God. Who you think made the game member? Who you think made the street member? Who you think made a gangster, a vice lord, or AB, or Nazi? Who you think made them? My God made them. My God made them. So if it ain't enough that you see this, my heart goes out to all the family that lost somebody. Or if you don't pay attention and think about the fact that they got somewhere for you, then I don't know what to tell you. But wake up, young people. Wake up. It's for real. You living in a real life. This ain't no game. This ain't no time to be laughing and playing. This ain't no time to be taking things lightly. It's time to tighten up. They ain't dying at 50, 60 no more. They dying 14, 15, 16 and on up. Yeah, they're not dying. They didn't know. You're not living a good long old age. They killing you young. Y'all need to listen to somebody. Even if you don't take it from me or listen to me. Just listen to something that I told you today. Because it ain't no game. It ain't nothing to be played with. Young man, I see you smiling back there. I see you smiling back there. It's funny to you, huh? It's funny? Let me tell you something. I did the same thing you doing now. When somebody was speaking, I laughed. I played. I tried to cause everybody around me to get distracted so they wouldn't hear it. But sooner or later, I became the joke. I became the mockery. Don't make that for you. I ain't no better than you. I'm just older than you. And whatever type of wisdom or knowledge or understanding that I have in me, I want you to have it. The same thing I want for me, I want for you, if not better. It's time to tighten up. You got a brother, a little sister? Huh? Come on up here. You, come here. Come on up here. You, right here in the black. Yeah, no, you. Yeah, come here right quick. You, I like you. I like you. Come on up here, I like you. What's your name? Who? Brandon. You got any brothers or sisters younger than you? Huh? You love them? How much you love them? Do anything for them, right? What if you didn't take an opportunity to listen to somebody and they wasn't able to see their oldest brother no more? How would that make you feel then? Huh? Sad. It make you feel sad, wouldn't it? That's the way my younger brothers felt when their older brother was took from them and they thought he was gone for the rest of their life. But I'm here to tell you, that ain't gotta be you. I don't have to be you. You can be better than me. You can be better than anybody on this stage. You can be better than yourself. But you gotta want that for yourself. If you want it for yourself, you can get it for yourself. Sky's the limit. But you gotta keep in mind that God gotta be first. And those little ones that's looking up to you, give them something to look at. Give them something to admire. Give them something to admire. Because their big brother is everything to them. You everything to them. Even if you know it or realize it or not, you everything to them. So when the time comes, make sure that they got a report that they can tell somebody, say, this my oldest brother. They see you on the big screen somewhere. See you with them plaques in your hand. That's my big brother right there. Not there my big brother lay right there. You get me? It's all love. It's all love. It ain't about being tough. It ain't about who you can run with or who you can hang with. You can do bad by yourself. Don't let nobody trick you. Because what they want for you ain't what they want for them. They just want somebody to crash out for them. But don't you be that dummy. Be better than that. Because you are better than that. And it's all love, little man. And with that, y'all have a blessing.